Hi there, what's going on everybody? It's JB here with another episode of Career Mode. We're into episode number 45 and away at West Ham we are in the next game, and an important one after the Chelsea result. We're now a whopping 4 points clear now of Chelsea, but we've got a game in hand over them, so we could go anything as far as 7 points clear with a win tonight. But it was going to be a tough test against a side that's already beaten us this season, 3-0. Could we get our revenge, or would West Ham do the double over us? Let's go over to the London Stadium and find out what happened. Well, here we are at the London Stadium. I'm forever blowing bubbles. He's bursting out over the tannoy there with Slaven Bilic's side, who won at Turf Moor earlier this season. But it's a Burnley side who have the best away record in the division. Played 14, won 9, drawn 4, lost only 1. That's some record, that. Tottenham have the same points, but they've lost a game more than Burnley. That's why Burnley are top on the away form table. The Stitches boys know that they've played West Ham once before this season, but they've come up short 3-0. This is our West Ham line-up. Joart in goal, then it's Zabaleta, Obono, Reed and Creswell, the back four. And then you've got two holding midfielders, Carty and Aubameyang. And then you've got Antonio, Lanzini and Nanautovic further forward in the midfield, with the little P, Avier and Anders up front. So the likes of Andy Carroll have to make do with a place on the substitutes bench. As for the Clarets, very consistent in team selection, which has served John Stutzy and everybody well this season. Tom Eaton, of course, who else in goal? And then it's Trippier, Shawcross, me and Taylor, who else for the back four? And then you've got Welbeck, Cork, Defoe and Schürrle. And then it's, who else? Ings and Wood up front. So, yes, it's a team that really does pick itself, and it really is reaping the benefits of consistency and very good results. But it's going to be a tough test here at the London Stadium against a team that Burnley have already been beaten by this season, one of 2 defeats, and the referee from County Durham is Michael Oliver. Well, here come West Ham in the claret and blue, Burnley in all white, incidentally. Here's Aubameyang to Lanzini, up towards Antonio, Hernandez is there too. Lanzini can't put it through, Defoe was there, but Xavi Hernandez is. Antonio might get it off. Still Antonio hits it over the bar. A little bit of danger there for Burnley in the opening exchanges of the game. It's always going to be like that, I suppose. West Ham already beaten them 3-0 earlier on at Turf Moor this season. Burnley, of course, looking for revenge. Here's Defoe. Here's to Ings, big chance here. And Ings off the post. And a chance for Wood, and he scored. Big moment in the game. Chris Wood, after just 28 minutes, has put West Ham 1-0 down. It was Danny Ings who was so unlucky to see his shot rebound off the inside of the post, but it came out to the far post, and Chris Wood, from a very acute angle, managed to squirm it past Joe Hart, who couldn't get back in time. And a great start for Burnley here at the London Stadium. 28 on the clock, and Wood registers goal number 15 of a prolific season for him. His first ever season in top flight football, and it's yielding great rewards for him. 1-0 to Burnley, and so far on their very much merry way to revenge. To avenge that horrible 3-0 defeat they suffered at Turf Moor early on. But here's Antonio, crossing, but it will favour Tom Heaton in deflection. And Burnley can get on their merry way again with Jack Cork. What a lovely ball to Schürrle. And look at the way Chris Wood is making a good run. Ings is there to his left. Little chip in there. The lovely ball back, and it's in from Danny Ings for number 2. 2 goals in as many minutes for Burnley. 33 minutes gone. They're taking a grip on this game. Chris Wood just laid it in. Ings had broke the offside trap and just smashed it past Joe Hart and into the back of the net. A superb goal. And Burnley here have West Ham well and truly on the rack now. 2-0, and Danny Ings also registers his 15th for the season. At the moment it's all Burnley, but here's Lanzini just on the touchline there, keeping it in. Towards Hernandez, good play up on a little P, little chip in there, but that should be good defending there by Defoe. Up towards Ings this time. Schürrle offering support. Burnley, I have to say, playing the ball about with real confidence and freedom, but not too much freedom. Straight in and out of it. Now Lanzini picks it up. Last couple of minutes of the first half, we're into the first of the 2 added minutes. The ball pulled back, and there's the shot, and wide it goes, and there There was a real opportunity there for West Ham to pull it back to 2-1, and in the end it was all wrong. And Simon Relish needed a break. He didn't get it, I'm afraid. Well, West Ham in fact about 62% possession. Burnley have had 38%, but it's what you do with that possession. And Burnley have scored 2 goals in their 38%, whereas West Ham have managed next to nothing from their 62%. And that's why Burnley are 2-0 up and maybe heading towards the Championship and a 7-point gap to Chelsea. Hard time here at the London Stadium. It's West Ham 0, the Clarets 2. Welcome back to the London Stadium as we get underway in this second half. Burnley now attacking the goal where all their supporters are situated behind. And no changes from either side. Creswell now for West Ham. To Lanzini. A little chip forward. Looking towards Javier Hernandez, who's been rather ineffective thus far. Now Cork. Still going. Wood. Ogbonna there to intercept. Chiatti. Now the Austrian on Altovich. Oh, that's a poor ball by the Austrian international. Here's Danny Ings. Could punish them here. Danny Ings. Narrowly close to his 16th goal of the season in the Premier League. Used the defender as like a shield, if you like, Winston Reid, and almost made it pay. Just an inch or two wide of the target. There's a really good chance, and it was a really good move there from the Clarets. And well, Joe Hart may have been struggling a little bit, and that had gone in. The one would really put the game to bed. And he's gone short to Creswell, a little chip kick. Almost like a rugby style chip kick. Here's Hernandez on the break now for West Ham. And keeps possession well. That's a good ball towards Lanzini. Good strike with it straight. It was a tame strike in the end. It was straight to the arms of the keeper. Lanzini again. Oh, he's done well. Lanzini, chance here for Chiatti. Oh, what a chance. What a chance that for Chiatti. He looked as if it had to go in, but it didn't. And meanwhile, Tana is going to make a come on for Antonio. So Bilic making a change. Antonio coming off, and Tana about to enter the fray, as it were. Here's Shawcross to Trippier. So West Ham starting to play a couple of aces now up their sleeve. This is Ings to Wood. This could really accelerate. Chris Wood, good save. That's a really good save by Joe Hart, because it's kept them in the game as well. Aubameyang comes off, and the West Ham man through and through, Mark Noble, the club captain, comes on for them. And there's going to be a Burnley change before this corner is taken. Shawcross is going to come off, and on in his place comes Robbie Brady.
Number 12, Robbie Brady.
So a corner then. 65 minutes gone. The further take. Into the 6-yard box it goes, but it's nodded away by West Ham, but only as far as Trippier. Trippier might still get there, but West Ham defending well. That's a late one there by Trippier. The West Ham player has been taken out, and maybe some repercussions for Kieran Trippier as Tana makes a break on the far side. Needs support, however. Tana has got it in. Lanzini with a chance. And it was charged away, and Trippier will be spoken to by the referee, I would have thought, and will be booked by Mr. Oliver. Well, there was no doubt about it. He did foul his man here, Chicharito. It was an awful challenge, in fairness. Meanwhile, Danny Welbeck is going to be replaced by Tom Davis, and Tanazabi will replace. I don't know who's replaced there, but we'll get confirmation of that in just a second as Arnautovic comes in with the corner, and there's the header, and it's in! West Ham are back in the game. It's 2-1, and they're absolutely cock-a-hooping. In fact, it's the number 21 who's got the header in. I'll tell you in a minute who's got it, but it's West Ham 1, Burnley 2 now, and the game is right back in the melting pot. There was a crowd scene here which made it difficult to identify, but it was a cool header. And in fact, it might have come off a defender. It looks as if it comes off a defender. It might be an own goal. John Stutzy's not happy about it. West Ham are back in the game, and it's going to go to Ogbonna, although it did look like an own goal, but Ogbonna is claiming it, and the Jury's Goals Committee has given it to Ogbonna. So it's 2-1 to Burnley. And all of a sudden it's all changed round a little bit. Here's Robbie Brady. Still Brady, good cross, Woods there, good header, but a good save there by Joe Hart. Incidentally, Tizzano will be replaced Stephen Defoe as the substitute. Here's Danny Ings now looking to drive in a third, but a good defending there by Reed. But still Burnley on the break. Ings with the shot, charged away. Brady might have a go. Robbie Brady, oh, he's just tried to take it too far a bit, but he's still got it, Brady. Good run, hit a forward Shearer, good save, and Ings will score his 16th goal of the season in the league. And Burnley will wrap up all 3 points in stoppage time. 3-1. And it means so much, a 7-point gap now at the top of the Premier League. And Burnley here are having a fairy tale season like Leicester City were two or 3 years ago. Goalkeeper could only parry it, and Danny Ings was the quickest to react. Joe Hart completely helpless for the rebound. Maybe he should have pushed it out a little bit more further than he did. It wasn't great goalkeeping, but Danny Ings won't mind a jot. It's his 16th goal of the season in the Premier League, and that could be so crucial. Beating Chelsea before this game, this was really the tier chest. Could they follow up that result with a result? By heavens, they haven't some. 3-1 to Burnley, and they've deserved it right from the word go. There goes the final whistle. What a game at the London Stadium. Burnley fought well, 2 for Danny Ings, 1 for Chris Wood. Ogbonna pulling it back to 2-1, and it looked for all intents and purposes it was going to be a tough finish for Burnley. But at the end, Danny Ings made sure of all 3 points and now goes 7 points clear at the top of the Premier League tonight. Fantastic result and a great follow-up after that come back from behind win against Chelsea the week before. Final score here at the London Stadium, West Ham 1, leaders Burnley 3. Well, it was an important result there for Burnley. That keeps us at the top now. 65, 7 points clear now, over 31 games played. Only some bad luck and some miracle defeats will stop Burnley from being champions now, with just 7 games left to play of the season. It's unbelievable stuff here. That was a big test at West Ham, who stay 6 on goal difference from Leicester. Qualis, Everton and Brighton bring up the rear, rather Newcastle, Everton and Brighton bring up the rear of the field at the moment. But fantastic performance really from Burnley from start to finish. It looked as if Ogbonna was going to make it that little bit more difficult for us at that point, but we hung on in there, and what a way to end episode number 45. And what about episode number 46? Well, I've got to tell you now, it's another away fixture at West Bromwich Albion, and really that's going to be a real humdinger of an episode. Hope you can join us for episode 45, episode 46 I think. So take care, and we'll see you soon. But Burnley have won and go 7 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Bye bye.